What is it that defines a truly great villain? Is it the powers that they possess, or their vast, unrivaled intellect? Could it be their charisma, or the pure evil within their very core? There are many qualities that make a great villain. However, the most important aspect to a villain is undoubtedly their motivations. The very goal or ambition that drives them to do what they do. Just seeing them so determined to fulfill their ambitions get you so invested in their endeavor. Even though most villains don't have goals or dreams the audiences can relate to. This tends to lead to a big disconnect between the audiences and the villains. Like, sure, your motivation works within the boundaries of this fictional world, but here in the real world, it doesn't really matter. So what if I were to tell you that there's a villain whose ideals were so profound that he was able to transcend fiction and accomplish his dream in the real world? The Garfield show sucks. Wait, no, that's not right. Okay, yeah, that sounded a bit too subjective. Let me rephrase that. The Garfield show is bad, like, objectively so. Of course, I could go on and on about its irredeemable qualities, but really I could sum it all up in one clip. Did you catch that? This isn't some behind-the-scenes work in progress shit. No, they actually left this in the finished product, using finished very loosely here, but you get the picture. Yet, somehow, despite having almost no redeemable qualities and not being memorable in the slightest, this show managed to make it into the spotlight once more. And this is where the man of the hour comes in, Dirk Dinkum. This absolute legend first appeared in a 4-part special because anything less wouldn't be worth his time. And it wouldn't be till the second episode that we would be graced with Dinkum's backstory. In this short 1-minute segment, we would learn the truth behind the man's past, his ideals, and what drives the passion behind what he does. And of course, we are told all of this from his own lips.
Nobody likes to be hated by the population till I find I don't mind when they say go away. Hey, doctor, threw me out. Call me someone maladjusting.
Some might call this song random, because it completely is out of nowhere and doesn't tie into the story of the episodes at all. Some might call this bad, because the singing is off-key and just flat-out awful. But personally, I think the song is absolutely brilliant. I will preface this by saying the Garfield show is notoriously bad, so I highly doubt they actually plan things out like this. But I think this one specific instance actually works better because of how low quality the show is. Dirk Dinkum's sole purpose in life is to annoy others. Having lived his life in a boring backwater town with nothing to do, he soon found enjoyment in annoying others. He wanted people to despise him, to loathe him. It gave him great pleasure to be hated by everyone. So it makes sense that his villain song would be sung off-key, as that would help fuel his desire to annoy others. And thanks to all of those memes, Dinkum was able to do what no other villain in fiction has been able to do. He had transcended the boundaries of his fictional world, and his ideals were fulfilled in our reality. All he had set out to do was annoy the population. And the meme introduced his horrible song to thousands of unsuspecting people. From the second his song got popular, people were already just sick of it. But, like all memes, it had to be beaten into the ground. And so it stayed, whether people wanted it to or not. What was meant to be some ironic post mocking him ended up actually making him succeed in fulfilling his dream. And that's why I think he's such an interesting villain. Although, I haven't been entirely truthful here. I didn't make this video just to cover some meme. In when I said Dirk Dinkum transcended fiction in a metaphorical sense. That was also a lie. Dirk Dinkum will not tolerate those who mock his great name! Get him, Dinkum!
Nobody likes to be hated by the population till I find I don't mind when they say, go away.